Hi, Jeremy. It's nice to see you again. How are you doing today?
Good, Rachel, and yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you for meeting with me, and I'm looking forward to talking with you. So I know that we prepared some interview questions. So first, I'd love to know a little bit more about you. Why did you decide to become a self-advocate? And then tell me, what is your favorite thing about it?
Okay, so the first part question about me, I'm a self-advocate coordinator for DDS in the West region. How I became a self-advocate was both of my supervisors were doing a success story on me about my CHH and where I lived at. And at the time, there was a position opening at DDS for a self-advocate position. They was telling me about it and they thought I would be a good fit for it. So I applied for the position and luckily I got the job. And 4 years later, I'm still here at DDS as an advocate. And my favorite part of the job is just to help others to advocate for themselves, to help them understand their human rights, so that no one will be able to take advantage of them, and help them to have a voice for themselves and be able to live the life that they want to live.
I love that. Thank you. That's great. And I know that the topic that you're going to be talking about is high school to career. So can you tell me a little bit about that topic, high school to career, and then why did you choose that topic?
So the first part of the question is, um, I picked the topic because oftentimes when we leave high school, we don't know what we want to do, whether we want a career, whether we want to stay home all day, play video games, or just go shopping, hang out with friends because you've been in high school for 4 years straight and you want to break from it. So the reason why I thought high school to career would be amazing was because to help someone understand when you leave high school, just have a plan of what you want to do with your life, whether it's going to college, a trade school, job corps, or a career, in my opinion, because that way you can start your life off in a good foot. That way, even if you take a year off from school, you have a plan for the next year to find out, hey, I have a job, I'm gonna work during the summer, and then probably go to college or trade school, or maybe job corps where I would learn some skills to help me in the employment way of life.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because you need to plan for your future and figure out what you want to do, right?
Of course.
So tell me, I know you kind of just talked a little bit about it, but what was it like for you to go from high school to finding a career? What was your experience?
It was a learning experience and a hard experience, and also a fun experience. It's the learning part was with having a disability, you have to learn what works for you, what doesn't work for you. The fun part was to find out what I'm passionate about, and then the hard part was to keep pushing myself further when there was different obstacles in the way and stuff like that, and facing adversities and stuff, and hearing no's from different jobs and stuff. It was just a mindset of just keep pushing regardless of the bumps in the roads and the come and goes of life.
Nice. It sounds like that you have a lot of passion to push yourself, though. It sounds like that you have a lot of motivation. Good for you.
Thank you. I
You're
mean,
welcome.
if you don't push yourself, no one else will at this point in life. And
Yeah,
the way
you're
we live
right.
the world we live in now, you have to go for yourself and do for yourself, even with the support system you may have in front of you. If you don't push yourself, others will, but you're never going to find the real motivation if you don't get up and try your best every day to do your best. We all make mistakes, we learn from our mistakes, but we have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing to just become great one day eventually.
Yeah. You're right. That's really great. It's funny because the next question I was going to ask you is almost like you kind of answered it, but the next question is, what advice would you give someone who is transitioning from high school to finding a job right now? So I know you almost answered that question, but do you have any other advice for somebody?
um so the advice that I will give to someone would be to find out what they love, what they're passionate about, what they want in life. To also remember not to give up on themselves, even with, like I said, the bumps in the road. Strive for the best, strive for greater. Keep learning every day. Even if you have a disability, you have to learn how to work with your disability, understand what is going on with your disability to make it work for you, and how to have the best support system in place. Because oftentimes we let our disability get the best of us, where we won't continue the race to success. But if you learn how to work with your disability, you'll find it more easier as every day goes on, that I can become this great person, that I can strive for greatness and stuff, instead of thinking that you can't.
That's really good advice. I love your energy, Jeremy. You're very positive, and I love that. That's awesome. Thank
you so
you.
much.
You're
Thank
welcome. It's awesome. I love it. And are there any certain resources that worked for you that you would recommend for others?
The resources that worked for me was having a supportive job coach, who had helped me to find a job that I really wanted to do, like working with kids, and also connecting me with the right employment services, and also knowing that I had a support system behind me, knowing that I had the right people in my corner to guide me, to redirect me in the way that I needed to be, even if I didn't want to listen. But in general, it's just finding what works for the person and to just strive for the best in their life.
That's great. Thank you, Jeremy. Is there
Thank you.
anything else that you'd like to add in, or that you'd like to talk about?
Just in life, just keep going regardless of what may come or go. But I know that the people out there listening and watching, even if I give you advice about what works for me, it may not work for you. So you have to sometimes find your own way to what works for you in your life. So I'm only giving you suggestions and opinions that would help you to succeed in life. But ultimately, you have to find out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And when you do find what works for you and what don't work for you, that becomes an amazing thing of life. I tell people all the time, there's nothing dangerous in this world than a person that knows their rights and that wants to advocate for themselves. That's a self-advocate on the loose. Be aware of them. They are dangerous, and they will be speaking up and speaking out loud for themselves and for others when they really find out what they really want in this lifetime. And when they find that they're passionate about something, there's nothing that's going to stop them to get what they want in life.
That's right. I love that. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Like I said, I love your energy and your positivity, and this was awesome. I had such a great time talking with you and getting to know you, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.